G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming along. I'm back at Dreamworld today. You can see Steel Taipan behind me. I've just come down to have a look around the park and just look at some attractions that I'd like to see go in some of the empty spaces around the park. I know they've just finished Kenny and Belinda's Dreamland and they are working on Rivertown, which will be finished at the end of this year. But they still need more things put in the park. Obviously they've got things in mind that they want to do, but I'm going to go through some things that I'd like to see in the park that I would enjoy. So let's head on in, grab a coffee, have a look around and just look at the places where I think I'd like to see a new attraction go in. I'm here just having me coffee just outside the ice cream shop, but if you're still here, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and on Instagram as well, so if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button while you're here watching the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. So here at Kickback Cove, this used to be where the Wipeout was, so the building over there just through the trees used to be where the Loads entrance went in, I think. But yeah, when they pulled that down, they just redid this area as a big shaded seating area, which it looks great and all, but I think it'd be great to see another ride in here, and maybe something along the lines of a maybe a Huss Breakdance or a Zamperla Nebulaz, I think it is. That the Zamperla ride, it looks amazing when it's actually running, but I think the throughput is quite low because it takes about 90 seconds or more to load, whereas with a breakdance, I think they sit 48 people each cycle, and they probably do about 1,400 people an hour, whereas I think the Zamperla Nebulaz only does about 340 odd. But yeah, I think this would be a prime spot. You know, you got the Claw just over there, you got the Shockwave behind the Midway Games there, and then Tailspin over there. So to have another ride here would be pretty good. And even with the breakdance, I think they could have it half indoors, maybe half outdoors. So you have the opening obviously looking towards the front there, so people can stand there and watch it, and then the back half of the ride inside, like a shed or an enclosure. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I think either one of those would look good here, but yeah, just for throughput, I think the Huss Breakdance would be the way to go. So over here behind Tailspin is the old Trolls Village area that was here years ago. It does get used occasionally in here. I think it's been used for Spring County Fair before. Halloween events it's used in here, but now most of the time it's just boarded up. And they had, you know, small rides and shops in here for Trolls, but I think they could put a dark ride in here. There's a fair bit of room, even if they use the old laser tag building down the back there, right down the back. You can see the old building of the broken glass. If they could use that area there, and that goes down to the Tiger area, I think. So it's probably a fair bit of room in there. I reckon they could do a good dark ride that would match with Ocean Parade. Maybe some sort of undersea adventure would fit in there quite well, I think. And at the moment, once you pass Tailspin and you come down to Gold Coast, so there's nothing in here. You got Barrel Smokehouse there, which is open when the park's busy, usually at holiday times, but it'd be good to have, yeah, a dark ride down this end of the park here as well. And dark rides, I think Australia needs a really good themed dark ride here. And over here down the back near Gold Coaster, so Gold Coaster's through the trees there, you can see just over there. You've got Whitewater World goes in there, and then behind the fence here, all in there, all over there behind those trees, used to be the Thunderbolt roller coaster, which was the original double loop roller coaster here at the park. I did go on it a couple of times, but then got removed, I think in the early 2000s. Don't know exactly when, but I reckon they could put a big coaster in here. So, but what we might do, before I say what it is, we'll go up to the entrance for the Gold Coaster there, and we'll have a look through the trees to the area over there. So it's a bit windy up here, but you can see all in there. They've got it's just used for storage now. There's a lot of rubbish in there. They've had events in there. They've had monster trucks in there. They've had a circus in there. But I reckon that'd be a great spot for a B&M dive coaster. It doesn't have to be a massive one. Even a 40-meter one would be fine. I think Empror at Seaworld San Diego is a 40-meter B&M dive coaster, and it has each train. It's got 2 trains on there. Each train has 3 carriages of 6 people across. So I reckon that would be awesome in there. And to have a dive coaster here, you know, there isn't one in Australia. There's no B&Ms here, so I think to be the first one would be pretty awesome. And like, I haven't ridden a dive coaster, but I've seen plenty of videos of them, and they do look really good. So it'd be awesome to see this land used for a dive coaster. And even if they put a small one in there, I think they were years ago, we're going to put a lazy river through there, which joined the water park, because you've got the water park just there. So, and then that got knocked on the head for whatever reason. So I reckon if they still had a dive coaster in there, and it was, you know, maybe 800 meters long, there'd still be plenty of room. They could put a lazy river and intertwine it through the coaster as well. Just like how Gold Coaster intertwines through the water park there as well. It just adds a bit extra element to the park when you can see the coasters running between the rides on the water park. So if they had a dive coaster over there, and then the lazy river intertwining through that as well, that'd look pretty cool. Just watch Gold Coaster run through here. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty awesome having the dive coaster. And it doesn't need to be massive. Emperor at SeaWorld San Diego does look pretty good. I've seen a few POVs of that. Looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, let me know what you think. So looking from the Tiger Island end of Rivertown, this is where the mountain's going to go, roughly where that truck is. They're still doing plenty of work in there. You've got the steamroller in there, doing work at the moment. Trucks in there, moving stuff around, getting rid of dirt. So yeah, I know they're spending a lot of money in there, and it's going to look amazing when it's done, if it comes out like concept art. But I still think a few more additions in the coming years after Rivertown's completed will be pretty good. We'll have a look up from the other side as well soon. And looking from the other end of Rivertown, this is probably where the main entrance will be, I guess, near the motor coaster. So just more earthworks happening, more digging, more moving dirt around. It's good to see it's a Saturday, so it's good to see them working on there still. Can't wait till the end of the year. Alrighty, so down the back of the park here, this is where the Rocky Hollow log ride used to be, and as we know, that was taken out a couple of years ago now. So there's a massive empty space down here which was used for storage while they were building the Dreamworld flyer. They had a lot of containers, other containers down here, and part of the ride, and offices down here as well. And it's still home to, I think there is high voltage electrical in there as well. But yeah, it's a pretty big area, and I reckon it'd be great to see another log ride here I know Whitewater West, I think they did the one at Movie World, Wild West Falls there, and I think they've done others around the world. Callaway Park in Calgary has a pretty good one. I think that's fairly new, I'm not too sure. And I think they did the log ride at Parc Asterix in France. I reckon something along the lines of those two would be pretty good. Plenty of theming on it as well would make it look a lot better, and there is a lot of area, so you know they could go all the way back up to there. That's where the train line used to go, because you got the Rocky Hollow train station just through the trees there. The old log ride used to only come down sort of this part here, and along the front here the drop was just around there, and it did go sort of around this building here and just behind that wall over there as well. But I reckon they could do something like that at Callaway Park. I like that one because when you go up, you go out of the station, up the first hill and down, like it's a fairly steep drop and goes back out, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I think they definitely need another log ride. Like it gets really hot in summer here, and a water ride here just to cool down a bit, I reckon would be awesome. So yeah, let me know what you think, whether they should put another log ride here or something else. Alrighty, that'll do it for today's look around Dreamworld. Just at the attractions I'd like to see and put in over the next 6 years, maybe before the Olympics starts. B&M Dive Coaster would be pretty amazing. I haven't been on one, but I reckon they look awesome. All the POVs that I've seen, they look awesome. Another one that would be good to have would be the log ride. Put another log ride in behind me here. They're always good on a hot day. They always cool you down that little bit. And then yeah, a couple of flat rides. There's Zamperla Nebulaz and Huss Breakdance. Either one of them would be good. The Breakdance would be better because of the higher throughput, and then maybe a dark ride up where the old Trolls Village was. So yeah, let me know what whether you agree with the attractions and rides that I've suggested, or whether you've got other suggestions that you'd like to see here. So anyway, if you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya. Also, if you wouldn't mind, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so if you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome to hit 1,000. Yeah, it's been a long time, and it'd be nice to get over 1,000. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you subscribed. I'll see you next time.